So very good afternoon to one and all. So from the past few lectures, we are discussing about various patient monitoring equipments and different types of services, various services which are present in the hospitals, ICU, ICCU, and operation theaters, and also various equipments for treatment of different diseases, for measuring of different potentials, biopotentials like ECG, EMG, EEG, and respiratory systems, respiratory therapy systems. All these will be present in hospitals. So, in addition to these generalized equipments, so we have some emergency special equipments will be present in the hospitals. So, especially in operation theaters. So those are called as pacemakers. So in the coming sessions, we will discuss about pacemakers and defibrillators. So today's session, we will see about the pacemakers. So what are the pacemakers? How these pacemakers will be works? So that we will see what purpose we are going to use this one. And coming to in details. So to know the what is the pacemaker, first of all we have to know the already we are studied in third unit the how the electrical pulses will be transfers or makes the expansion and contraction of the heart muscles, how these electrical pulses will be generated. So the electrical activity of the heart will be first observed. So already we are studied. So that means, so generally the electrical pulses or impulses are generated from the sinoatrial node. So that is called as sinus node. Okay. So already we are seen, and from there those generated electrical impulses are transmitted to the atria of the heart, and both the atria, right atrium and left atrium, and from the those impulses will be reaches the atrioventricular node, AV node, and after certain period of time, the excitation pulses or impulses will be sent to the ventricles, right ventricle and left ventricle in the heart. Okay, so like that, by the application of these electrical impulses, due to the contractions, the heart will be able to send the blood to the different parts of or organs of the body. Okay, so if any if anything was not happened in a proper manner, the generation of the electrical impulses and transmission of these pulses to the different chambers of the heart is not happened properly, so that leads to decrease of the beat rate of the heart beat rate will be decreases, that leads to pumping of the blood to different organs of the body will be decreases. When the blood circulation is decreased for the body, so that leads to go to consciousness, so lose the consciousness. So the proper operation or proper acting of the body, so proper working of the body requires the proper blood circulation. If the heart is not worked properly or not send the required amount of blood pressure to the different organs of the body does not work properly. So that leads to different diseases. So maybe changes in the blood pressure. Okay. So maybe some variations. So some parts of the body does not work properly. So that leads to the functionality of the organs will be decreases or destroys in sometimes if the situation is continuous long time. So to make if such situation has happened, so if the due to some problems in the heart, okay, some sinus diseases are there, and due to that, so that the sinoatrial node does not produce the proper impulses, and due to that the heart will be causing some difficulties to contract and contract, and due to that, the pumping of the blood is not happens properly, not happened properly. Okay, so in such situation, so when suppose a open heart surgery is doing, or some operation theaters they are doing some surgeries, in such situation the heartbeat rate was decreases. So then we need to give some electrical excitation pulses artificially. So we have to give some electrical impulses or excitations, or we can call it as stimulation. So externally we will apply to the heart. Okay, if the suppose any heart block was happened, so to cure that, you have to do some heart surgeries. In such situation, we have to give some external pulses, or we may fix this external pulses permanently in the body. Like that, we can do some artificial excitation of the heart. It will be done by electronically. So we will generate the pulses, like how the heart pulses or impulses are natural pacemaker of the heart is generating. Like that, we will also generate or produces the pulses, that is electrical pulses will be produces, and those electrical pulses will be applies to the atria and ventricles, and due to that application of these external pulses, this heart will functions properly, and due to that the the circulation of the blood will be mixed properly, that leads to proper functioning of the entire human body will be happens. Okay, so to do all these things we have to give some a device which generates the pulses and makes the heart does not stop, functionality of the heart does not stop. So that device is called as pacemakers. Those devices are called as pacemakers. So with this um, session, we will identify how the uh, these abnormalities are occurs, and what are different types of pacemakers are using, so that we will see. So coming to the normal sinus rhythm. So normal sinus rhythm, that is depends on the continuous periodic performance of the pacemaker and the integrity of the neuronal conducting pathways. So the electrical pulses which are generated at the heart, that is nothing but sinus node, at the sinus node, and those electrical pulses will be generates continuously and periodically. Okay, that is sinus node, we can call it as a natural pacemaker. So it will pumps the signals. Okay, so that will call as natural pacemaker. Okay, and that the normal sinus rhythm. Okay, sinus node operation will be depends upon the continuous periodic performance of the pacemaker and the integrity of the neuronal conducting paths. So neuronal conducting paths, or the sending of the functionality of the nerves. Okay, and because through those nerves and will send the blood. Okay, and those functionality will also affects the normal sinus rhythm. Okay, so any change in the normal sinus rhythm is called arrhythmia. So it will produces the pulses, and those pulses will be applied to both atria and ventricles. Again, the signals coming from the nervous system of the brain. Okay, and due to that again it will produces the pulses, and it will be applies to the atria and ventricle. Like that the periodically it will produce the pulses, and due to that the heart will be operating. The heart will be functioning properly. If anything has happened, that is any change of this particular sequence of generation of potentials, is called as arrhythmia. Arrhythmia. Okay, and that is nothing but the abnormal rhythm. The rhythm of the sinus node changes. That is called arrhythmia. If sinus node is not temporarily or permanently failed, is the SA node. So that is nothing but natural pacemaker. If this SA node is temporarily or permanently failed because of disease, okay, and can provide pacing action by using the pacemakers. If the SA node is not properly working temporarily or permanently, in such situation we will use the pacemakers to provide pacing action. Pacing action, not pacing, it is pacing action. So creating a pace in the generation of the potential, generation of the actions of the heart. Okay. So pacemakers are used when the SA node is temporarily or permanently failed to function. Okay. So in such a situation, we will use the pacemakers. So if the heart is paced at a much slower rate than the normal, so that is around 30 and 50 beats per minute. So generally, the heart will be functions at an average of 120 and 80 beats per seconds. Okay, if the high BPD is 120 and low BPD is 80, and normally we can say the weight rate of the adults is around 75 to 80 beats per minute. Per minute it will be beats for 75 to 80. Okay, if the heart is facing at below the normal rate, if the heart is moving or producing the beat rates below the normal rate, then we can call it as a bradycardia situation. That is called as slow rate. That condition is called as bradycardia. So it will produce as 30 or 50 beats per minute. So by producing this slow rate, so due to that the heart does not or cannot provide sufficient blood circulation to meet the body's physical demands. So with this situation, the heart does not supply the blood to the body to meet the physical demands. Okay, so during the transition period from the NSR to a slow rhythm, okay, arrhythmia to the bradycardia, so loss of consciousness may occur due to decreased cardiac output. If something was happened between NSR and slow rhythm, okay, so in such situation the consciousness of the patient may be decreases. Okay, so it does not happen. It should not happen. Okay. So and another thing is the heart blocks. So heart block occurs whenever the conduction system fails to transmit the pacing impulses from the atria to the ventricles properly. The heart blocks will be happens when the conduction system fails. These pacing impulses from atria to ventricles. From atria to ventricles, sending pulses are not sent properly. In such situation, the heart blocks will be happens. So there are three degrees of heart blocks. So the first one is the first degree block. It is an excessive impulse delay at the AV junction occurs that cause the PR interval to exceed 0.2 seconds delay for normal adults. The first degree block will occur when an excessive impulse delay. So a large excessive impulse delay at the AV node or AV junction. Okay, so when the sinus node will sends the signals or impulses, those will be reaches the AV node, sinoatrial node to AV node, it will reaches. If the reaching period is excessive, I mean the reaching period is more than, that is 0.2 seconds, more than this 0.2 seconds, then the first degree of heart block will be occurs. Okay, and second one is second degree block. So it results in the complete but intermittent inhibition of the pacing impulses, so which may also occur at the AV node. So inhibition of the pacing pulses. So receiving of those pulses maybe stops, I mean not receiving properly. Okay, and in such situation the second degree block will be occurs, and the total or continuous impulses blockage. So in some cases, in the third case, third degree of block, the total or continuous impulses will be blocks. Those pulses does not transfer to the ventricles. So in such situation, we can get the third degree of block. It may occur either at AV node or elsewhere in the conduction system. It may be occurs anywhere in the conduction system. Okay, and due to that, we can get the third degree of block. First degree block, second degree block, and third degree block. These are the different heart blocks will be occur due to conduction system failures. Okay. So in all these conditions, an artificial method of pacing is required to ensure that heart beats at a rate that is sufficient to maintain proper blood circulation. So what were the different situations you are explained, different heart blocks? So in all these situations, we have to provide an artificial method of pacing. So artificially we can provide electrical signals, and by applying these electrical signals, those pulses will be travels from the atria to the ventricular through AV node. AV node. Like that, the heart beat rate will be maintained properly, and due to that, the blood circulation of the body will be occurs smoothly. Okay, and coming to the pacemaker systems. So up to now we have discussed about what are different problems will occurs in the heart, and what is the functionality of the heart while sending the electrical signals. Okay, and if the proper functionality is not happens, so what is happening, and how we have to make the proper functionality of the heart. So that is discussed here. So by using a pacemaker, we can produce the artificial impulses, and those will be applied to the hearts. Okay, so here a device is capable of generating artificial pacing impulses and delivering them to the heart is known as a pacemaker system. So pacemaker system is nothing but it generates the artificial pacing pulses. Here we can call them as a pacing pulses and delivering them to the heart. So here we have a pacemaker. It will generate some pulses, and those pulses will be transmitted to the heart. Okay, and that particular system we can call it as a pacemaker system, or simply you can call it as pacemaker. It consists of a pulse generator. Mainly, what are the main parts generally we can expect from a pacemaker is, so we have to provide some pulses or impulses to the heart. So it should generate pulses. So generation of the pulses, that is pulse generator, and then after generation of these pulses, we have to send or transmit to the heart. So for that we require some electrodes. Okay, so it mainly consists of a pulse generator and an appropriate electrodes. So these are the main any type of the pacemaker mainly consists of these two major components, pulse generator and electrodes. So generally pacemakers are basically classified as internal pacemakers, external pacemakers. Internal pacemakers or external pacemakers. So internal pacemakers are also called as permanent pacemakers. Internal pacemakers are also called as permanent pacemakers. External pacemakers are also called as temporary pacemakers. External pacemakers are also called as temporary pacemakers. Okay. So in this diagram, you'll see the pacemaker, how the pacemaker is pacemaker. This is the pacemaker, and from this pacemaker we will provide a leads, and these leads are sent to the right atrium and right ventricle. So this is the one lead, and this is the another lead. This is the lead, and from the pacemaker it will generate the pulses to these two leads. One lead is connected to the right atrium and another lead is connected to the right ventricle. And here at the end of these electrodes, it will produce as the pulses, and those pulses will be makes contraction of the heart muscles, and due to that the blood circulation will be possible. Blood circulation will be occurs. Okay, and I will show another figure. See here, this is the another figure. So this one is the pacemaker. So this extend figure shows the pacemaker, and these are the leads, and these leads are connected here. One is connected at right atrium and another is connected at right ventricle, and these leads are shown next to the form. Okay. So classifying we are classifying the pacemakers as internal pacemakers and external pacemakers. So internal pacemakers are also called as permanent pacemakers. External pacemakers are also called as temporary pacemakers. So coming to internal pacemakers, these are permanently implanted in patients whose SA node have failed to function properly or who suffers from permanent heart block because of heart attack. So internal pacemakers should be implanted permanently in the body. The main thing is internal means we will consider or we will produce we use these pacemakers fixed permanently the patient heart, and this pacemaker will works long life. It means nearly 10 years or 15 years like that. So for this internal pacemakers, we will give some batteries. We will put batteries for this internal pacemaker, and that battery will be supplies the uh, required power supply to the pacemaker, and according to that it will be uh, produces the impulses. Okay, and these internal pacemakers will be fixes. So already we have seen in the last figure. See here. So this pacemaker is fixed here, and that extended lead wires are connected to right side of the heart. Okay, these are fixed permanently. So when there is some heart surgeries are happened, suppose any uh, suppose the synuclein node is functioning of the synuclein node is failed, or suppose any heart attacks. Okay, due to some many heart attacks or happens, so in such situation we will make open heart surgery. In such situation, we will place these internal pacemakers. These will place permanently. Okay, so these will be travels with the patient. If the patient goes anywhere, because these are fixed inside the body. Okay, and an internal pacemaker is defined as one in which the entire system is inside the body. Okay, what we have said that. So the entire system of the pacemaker is inside the body. Okay, and to insert this, we have to make some operations. Okay, and external or temporary pacemakers. So external pacemaker consists of an externally warning pulse generator connected to electrodes located on or with the myocardium. So here, so in the external pacemakers, we will use these pacemakers. The generator is at the outside, and the leads will be connected to the heart, like catheterization tube. So catheterization process, how we can sense the tube to the required place of the organ of the body, like that. So we will insert the leads of this pacemaker to the right ventricle of the heart. So we will send these lead wires through veins. We will send these lead wires of the pacemaker through veins. Okay, and those leads will be connects or touches or places near the right ventricular of the heart. Okay, so like that we can use a generator, and the connected electrodes are located on or within the myocardium. So myocardium is nothing but the external layer of the heart, in which the heart will be places. The external layer of the heart, we call it as a myocardium. So these are used on patients with temporary heart irregularities and heart blocks. Generally, external pacemakers are used when patients have temporary heart irregularities and some heart blocks. So usually for temporary management, and these are usually for temporary management of certain arrhythmias that occur in patient during heart surgery and a critical post-operative period. So these external pacemakers are also used during the heart surgery and critical post-operative period. So after performing this heart surgery, so also we have to provide some pace signals. So in such situations, we can provide or use these external pacemakers. So this is the figure showing the pacemaker having a pulse generator and the leads. Okay. So what are different types of leads we can use? So there are two types of pacemaker leads. Lead wires are used. So that is called as endocardial leads, and these are used for external pacemakers. The leads which are used in external pacemakers are called as endocardial leads, and myocardial leads are used for internal pacemakers. Myocardial, the leads which are used for the internal pacemakers is called as myocardial leads. Here, endocardial leads external EE, endocardial E, and external pacemaker C, endocardial, myocardial. Myocardial is another one, that is internal pacemakers. The endocardial lead is inserted through an opening in a vein. So how we can insert these endocardial leads are nothing but, so we will open a vein and then thread it through the venous system and the right atrium and into the right ventricle of the heart. So like that through the veins, we will send these electrodes to the right atrium and right ventricles. So we have to use two electrodes. One electrode is for the right atrium and another electrode is for the right ventricle. So the myocardial leads are connected directly to the heart muscle. So whereas myocardial leads are nothing but the internal pacemakers. So these leads are used for internal pacemakers. We are directly fixing the internal pacemaker. We are directly fixing the internal pacemaker. Directly fixing the internal pacemaker. So that's why these electrodes are directly connected to the heart. Internal pacemaker is directly fixing in the near the heart. Okay, so directly we can connect directly to the right atrium and right ventricle. And so here we have the classification of the pacemakers. So depending upon the type of the pulses we are applying, so like that we can call them as a pacing modes. So based upon the how we are applying the pulses to the heart, so based upon that we can classify the pacing modes we are applied for the heart are classified into two types. One is competitive and another one is non-competitive. Competitive pacemakers, we can call them as a competitive pacemakers and non-competitive pacemakers. And non-competitive pacemakers are classified into two types. One is ventricular programmed and atrial programmed. So non-competitive pacemakers will be classified into two. So because we are applying the pacing. Hello, sir. Sir. Sir, అంటే మనం so we are the pacemakers are classified based upon the type of the pacing modes we are applied. Okay, so here the competitive and the non-competitive methods. So the non-competitive pacing modes are classified as ventricular programmed and atrial programmed. So ventricular programmed are again classified into two types. That is R wave inhibited, R wave triggered. So these are called as demand pacemakers and standby pacemakers. R wave pacemaker, R wave inhibited pacemakers, that is called as demand pacemaker, and R wave triggered, this is called as standby pacemaker. And from the atrial program, the P wave synchronized. So for the atrial program, we will apply the pulses to the atrium, right atrium. Okay, for the ventricular programs, we will apply the signals to the ventricles of the heart. So by the two methods, we will apply the pulses to the heart by using two methods. So that is demand and in standby. Okay, and atrial program is for the P wave synchronization, P wave synchronized pacemakers. So based upon this, the classification of the pacemakers are done. Okay, so that is based on the modes of the operation of pacemakers, they can be divided into 5 types. So ventricular asynchronous pacemaker. So this is called as fixed rate pacemaker. So in the left side we have completive. This is fixed rate, or we can call it as asynchronous pacemaker. So this is called as ventricular asynchronous pacemaker. Ventricular asynchronous pacemaker. And second one is ventricular synchronous pacemaker. Ventricular synchronous pacemaker. Ventricular inhibited pacemaker. This is demand pacemaker. Ventricular inhibited pacemaker. That is nothing but demand pacemaker. And atrial synchronous pacemaker. Atrial sequential ventricular inhibited pacemaker. So here we have atrial and ventricle, both sequence we have to produce the pulses for both atrial and ventricular. So in the previous case it is only ventricular or atrial. So the fifth one, we can generate the atrial and ventricular. Based upon that we can generate the pace signals. Okay, so like this the classification of the pacemakers was done. So the in details of these pacemakers will be explained in the coming classes. So with this, if you